Today on the channel, Space, the final frontier with Batman 66, Spacesuit Batman, and Alfred Pennyworth.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel for another Batman 66 McFarlane Toys unboxing and review. And today we head to space. Beautiful this time of year with Spacesuit Batman and of course, the butler with a heart of gold, Alfred Pennyworth. But of course, for all your McFarlane toy needs and everything else under the sun, make sure you're hitting up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15%. Got to get a deal out there. That's exactly what I did. However, in a plot twist, they had a 20% sale. I grabbed these, playing a little of that long game on the Batman 66 stuff as I round out the collection on these. And we've done a bunch of these unboxings. Now we got two more here. A little different, I guess, but it still is Batman and Alfred at the end of the day, so it does work out. And of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We're going to go senior citizen first. We're going to Alfred Pennyworth. And Alfred, of course, basically a pseudo-father to Batman, Bruce Wayne in a lot of ways, showing him right and wrong, teaching him some stuff. And there was that Batman series on Fox back in the day. What was that called? Batman or Gotham. It was called Gotham. And it was kind of the tale of getting to Batman, I guess. But the Alfred in that one, now I forget that guy's name. I'll think of it probably, but he was in Dog Soldiers. You guys ever seen Dog Soldiers? Oh, one of my favorite werewolf movies. But a great actor, and he was my favorite Alfred. Now, I like this Alfred enough, but he was my favorite Alfred, so shout out to him. But this is old man Alfred. I don't think he's fighting anybody here. He's the butler with the heart of gold. Does anybody have butlers anymore? Is that a thing? I don't know if anybody does. They might have like employees and stuff, but a butler was kind of like a maid, kind of like Alice from the Brady Bunch, where they kind of lived with you and made your dinner. It was like having a second dad or a second mom or something like that. It's kind of what it was. And I guess that's kind of what Alfred was along the way. But there's old Alfred here looking good. Alfred Pennyworth. Never met a Pennyworth in my life, but I don't need to. I met this Alfred, I guess we'll call it there. Looking good here, getting a lot of reuse in the mold, as we do know with McFarlane Toys, of course. Batcave back there, Alfred looking pretty good. 12 and up on this one. McFarlane Toys does come with the bat phone and a duster. He's going to dust. That's what he's going to do. But looking good right here. But let's get him out of the package, see what all the Alfred Pennyworth fuss is about. And let me tell you, there's fuss. Anytime a butler's involved, see you later, goodbye. There's some fuss to be had. And of course, he's locked up with clip ties. Why wouldn't he be? Looking good for old Alfred here. I'm going to go in through the front on Alfred is what I'm going to do. There we go. Twist tie, goodbye. Add it to the pile. End of the year, it's going to be amazing. You know how we do it. We're going to do a test, and we're going to see how much all the twist ties from 2025 weighs. See you later, goodbye. And we'll have a little contest on the channel. Whoever can guess the closest without going over will win a fabulous prize. We did it last year. We'll do it again this year on the channel. But let's dive into Alfred here. Let's start with these accessories. Got the little duster, a great accessory for anything else. This would be great. You know, Todd McFarlane on the couch, ladies and gentlemen. It's cool you give us stuff like this because this is going to be perfect in my G.I. Joe Classified Series collection. I'm going to give this to Duke. Duke finally going to be good for something. He can dust around the mobile command center. We heard all about how he burned down the G.I. Joe headquarters, but the mobile command center gets awfully dusty out there on the road. I could see Duke just cleaning the whole place up around there. So cool to see this here. A nice duster. Got a little handle on the end. I'm here for that. I'm also here for this phone. Another great accessory you could use with other toy lines. I love that the receiver comes off there if you want to. This would be great to use with other toy lines if you want to. A red phone, dare I say the bat phone, of course. Looking very, very cool here. I love that. Love that. Old-timey for sure. But now we're diving into old Alfred here. And Alfred looking good. A distinguished gentleman if there ever was one. Got a mustache you could set a watch to. Got some nice glasses here. Almost looks like a bandit mask. Almost looks like Robin's mask. But it is some glasses. Some black glasses there. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth, and a push broom. Set your watch to if you want to. White hair looking very good on Alfred as well. And Alfred taking his job very seriously, wearing a suit, of course. And then you got the tie there. You got the black pants, black boots, going all in. And then taking it even more seriously by wearing gloves here. Gray gloves on him. You got a gripping hand and a fisted hand. I don't know if Alfred ever threw a punch in the Batman 66 series. Not that I remember, but it's been a while. But you do got gloved hands for him here. Looking extra interesting, that's what I'll say. Now, articulation, arms going to go all the way around for Alfred Pennyworth. Hands back and forth, or I should say elbows back and forth. Hands back and forth. Head back and forth. Waist articulation a little bit. Legs go up a little bit. Single jointed knees, side to side. Ankles. Really nothing to write home about there for old Alfred, but we don't need him. He's not a gymnast necessarily. He's a butler at the end of the day, so we don't need all the articulation there. And he should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle to save 10%. What do you know? Alfred Pennyworth joining the collection here, part of Batman 66. We got a Commissioner Gordon that's not too far off from this one. Makes sense, though. We need Alfred in the collection. But now we're diving in deeper. We're going crazy over here as we're going to Spacesuit Batman. Batman in space. Adam West, send him up there. That's what they said. 12 and up, Batman 66. It is Batman in his space regalia. On the back, same kind of thing going on. Based on the comic book, if I'm not mistaken, here from Batman 66. 12 and up. Get Batman out of the package. Let's see what he's up to. And I'm sure he's up to no good, of course. See you later. Goodbye. Uh-oh, we're losing our bat wings. Watch out. Todd showed me his bat wings the other day. It's not what you think it is. Or maybe it is, depending how you go. But you do get the bat wings here. They do plug into the back, apparently. We'll get to that in a second. Plastic prison for old spacesuit Batman. Got to get the most out of your molds. And I don't know if we've had a line with so much reuse in the last 5 years. I think this line is getting the most out of everything. Now we're seeing some of this going over to the Super Friends. I don't hate it. It's a smart business move. See you later. Goodbye. But there's a lot of getting the most out of your molds with this set, as we do know. But let's dive into it here now. Articulation can be identical to Alfred there, so nothing really to write home about. Head, let's see, does this come off? Oh, there it goes. So this does come off, of course. Goes over the top here like so, plugs in. I could see this used for Mr. Freeze in the future, but you do get the bat head here, so you can move the head back and forth, and then you put his space helmet back on, hopefully. Yep, you can put that back on and then have him look in any direction you want him to there. Now, you do got a little purple over the top, even the purple backpack. Once again, these plug in very easily like so. And can I get it in there? Like so. He's ready to take flight. Somebody get him on a flight stand, but he's ready to take flight with those bat wings back there. Looking very cool. Ready to go to space. See you later, Adam West. Purple throughout on here in gray. So the purple and gray attack for Batman. You got the classic Batman logo. Got to have a utility belt, and it's got to be bright yellow. Got that going on. Articulation identical to Alfred. We don't need to walk through all that. We do get a Fist of Fury here. We do get a gripping hand. You get those standard, of course, forearm guards, we'll call them, for Batman. Of course, he'll scrape your face up with those if you're not careful. But besides that, not a lot of meat on the bone here, but it is different. It definitely stands out. And I think you put this on your Batman 66 shelf, and the average person is going to say, I don't remember that episode of Batman. And that's where you say, well, it's part of the comic edition. That's why you don't remember it. Read the comic is what they'll say. And he also fits on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. So not a bad piece of business here with Batman and Alfred. I'm about complete on this set. Now, I didn't get the black and white editions, and I'm missing the Robin chase. But I think that's about it. I think I have almost everything from this. It's one of those ancillary collections. Got to get a deal. A lot of people have said, they placed their bets in the comments, said, this set's coming to us so hard to say goodbye, and you never know, it could. It would be on the lower end of my collecting. It's like, I'm not going to cut bait with my elites. I'm not cutting bait with G.I. Joe, not cutting bait with He-Man. Jack Class Superstars, they're safe for now. But everything's safe. But there is stuff like this and Popeye and maybe Fraggle Rock, who knows, that could be on the lower end where one day some hard times hit. That might be the first things to go. You never know. That's why you got to stay tuned to the channel, of course. But I do enjoy the Batman 66. I've said it throughout these. This is where I came into Batman as a little kid, so it does feel very nostalgic for me to get these figures. But I get it. Not for everybody, especially with the limited articulation and so forth. But a lot of fun to be had if this is your thing. But is it your thing? Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on these two. And of course, the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day. 2 YouTube channels going strong. Make sure you subscribe to both of them. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel good. How about that? Check out Patreon and YouTube channel memberships for early access to all the videos, Q&As, giveaways, you name it. It's all going down over there on the old Patreon. Appreciate the support. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com. My podcast, Kyle Peterson Show, every Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found. Video cast on YouTube. So for Alfred and Spacesuit Batman, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?